Yeah, this is a JS joint.
Air it out. I had to clear it out. I feel like Superman and tear it down. Call as a quarterback and send him out. I feel that air it out. I had to clear it out. I feel like Superman and tear it down. Call as a quarterback and send him out. Take off. I'm on a rocket, a space dog. Bought a new car from Elon, wanna race. I've been asking how long is it gonna take. I've been cracking the car, had to break it safe. I've been riding my wrongs, had to change my ways. I was stuck in one place, so I had to shake. They try holding me down, but I found my way. Riding rich and no bicycle, love me. Ride away, then my heart went all ice again. Find the balance, my patience been going thin. In the field every day till I reach the end. I've been up on your side like we out of bounds. Ain't no way that they think that it's stopping now. I've been waiting for my turn to come around. I've been waiting for my turn to come around. Air it out. I had to clear it out. I feel like Superman and tear it down. Call as a quarterback and send him out. I feel that air it out. I had to clear it out. I feel like Superman and tear it down. Call as a quarterback and send him out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Air It Out podcast. I'm your humble host, Jerome Jones, and I'm here with some great guys right here. First and foremost, you already know who he is, the coach, Mr. Darren Braxton. How you doing, sir?
Man, it's been a long day. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thought I was gonna come on here I'm tired, people. But I mean, football is football, so it's about that time we get into it, man.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, it's been a minute. Plus, hey Darius, them Patriots suck, man. Just gotta say that now. Happy to see them lose. Happy to see the Seahawks win. I'm saying what I said. Stand on that. Let it be known.
All right, we're gonna get into that. But we need to introduce a very special guest. I'm gonna let Darren introduce him because that's his boy. So Darren, you do the honor, sir.
All right, so listen here, everybody. We got a real special man on here. One of the best in the game, best trainer out here. I mean, also best gym coach at the CR. I mean, Mr. One and Only Mike Akami. I mean, speak and say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach Braxton. Thank you for having me on. I'm excited and I'm ready to get started.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you getting on, man. But I know both of you guys were not here for our last podcast. We had a podcast on last Sunday, the first Sunday without football. Tears. But we were on live last week. So if you guys have not seen it, make sure you go to that QR code right down there at the corner and scan that. You can watch that on our YouTube channel. Also behind me, if you want to, you can pause and scan that as well. But we talked about the Super Bowl. So real quickly, I want to get y'all a quick analysis of like what y'all thought of the game. Darren, you look like you wanted to talk about it a little bit, so I'm gonna let you have your little minute to talk about it. Go ahead.
I don't even need a minute. It's 30 seconds, and it's real simple. That was a defensive game. We love to see those types of games. It really was, can your quarterback make enough plays to win y'all the game? Drake May didn't, and somehow Sam Darnold did. Listen, he had great weapons. Kenneth Walker really was the workhorse in that offense that game, and love to see that he got MVP. But truly, it was a defensively mastermind, brilliant called game. I love what McDonald did out there with the Seahawks. Loved the way he was able to attack with just four, whether it was safeties, whether it was corners, whether it was linemen, did not matter. He knew how to get pressure, and they really exposed the Patriots' biggest weakness that no one else was able to expose, which is they have a weak line. Period. Yeah, but hey, shout out to the Hawks for winning. Glad that the Patriots don't get another ring.
Hey, Darren, I just want to hear from your mouth. Who called how that game was gonna go? Who called that? Who called that?
Well, listen, I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna say this because me and you was on that one. This is me and you drawn. You gave it to Kenneth Walker, and I love to see that. Also, I was very surprised. So we both was like, yo, Julian Love, he's a good safety, but I don't really know if he's going to do anything. In the
game. Well, I will say this. That was more of the pass rush than anything. because Drake May just threw it up. They're like, somebody's gonna find it.
But
Yeah,
we definitely
Julian
called that
Love.
one too. Nicky Nwari, Kenneth Walker,
Yeah,
JSN was so surprisingly held together.
yeah.
But hey, Christian Gonzalez,
He did get
won
injured.
that.
He did get injured. He left out for like about a quarter. Yeah, but when he wasn't there, he was held in check for the most part. Yeah.
So,
Hey, Mike, what's your thoughts on the game, man?
I think that Seattle made their agenda was to confuse Drake May the entire game, put him on his feet, like get him down, and just the game plan was just how can we attack that offensive line? How can we embarrass Campbell like that and embarrass that tackles? How can we, how can we get through and just give them 2-yard dink and dunk passes, 3 yards, no bombs down the field? When he did bombs down the field, they were intercepted or above the head. So I guess Mike McDonald had a game plan and he succeeded from that.
100%. Now, obviously, the Super Bowl is over, man, and sad to say that it's the offseason now. And even though it's the offseason and there's no football going on, we got a lot to still talk about. We got franchise tags about to come down. We got the combine about to be back in next week, I think it is.
Yeah, next week.
Mm-hmm.
About that time.
It came so fast. We got, the draft's coming up in about a month and a half. So there's still a lot to talk about. But today we're going to talk about franchise tags, because that is officially, I think, Tuesday they can start hitting the franchise tags.
Got to be Tuesday, because a lot of teams will need them franchise tags to be hit.
Yeah.
A lot of that cat.
So we're going to talk about some tag candidates. I'm going to ramble off a couple of names, and then I'm going to let y'all kind of like go from there with what y'all think. So obviously, I think the biggest name right now that could be a franchise tag is George Pickens from the Dallas Cowboys. We got Breece Hall, running back for the Jets. Trey Henderson. Now that one might be a little, and we'll talk about that too, but that one might not happen because he was already tagged last year. Kyle Pitts might be a one. Travis Etienne. Jalen Phillips with the Eagles that just traded him, and even the Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker. He's set to be a free agent. So obviously there's more people, there's more candidates, but let's talk about what candidates we think. And we did lose Mike, so hopefully he can get on in a second. But Darren, I'm gonna let you start with it, man. Who are some tag candidates you think should be tagged?
All right, so I got a couple that I think should be tagged, but there's one in particular I think, if anything, don't tag this man. Only for the pure reason of he needs to go somewhere to actually be free and truly realize what he can do, because we all know what it is there. We all seen it, but he's with one of the worst teams. So I'm sorry, Juan. Let Breece Hall go. Free Hall. I'm saying it now. Free Breece Hall. Call it now.
Free Hall pass.
Free it. Free him. Straight from the get-go. But other than that, you got the obvious ones like the George Pickens that should be picked up. The obvious ones like the Kenneth Walker should be picked up. But I'll give you two right here that honestly I think is low-key some really, really smart moves if they were to do it. Devin Lloyd with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That man was a pick machine. He was great in coverage, knows how to stop the run. He is a very, very well-rounded young linebacker. And with that defense ascending like it was, that's somebody you don't want to lose. That is a difference maker and a playmaker. He showed why in college he was actually a great coverage linebacker. It took him a few years, but he's finally showing what they promised coming out of college. And then secondly, and this is one that, we all know one is going to stay in Daniel Jones, but I honestly think they need to franchise tag Alex Pierce. If you don't know the name, everybody, Alex Pierce is one of, if not the best deep threat right now currently in the league. Period. The man, let's just hear me out, y'all. The man has averaged the deepest completion rate the last 2 years. Easily. When you see him get a catch, fantasy owners, you hear me and you know me well. You get one catch from him, you getting 6 or 7 points. Why? Because it's either a long touchdown pass or a jump ball in the end zone. You know what you're getting with him. He's a speed threat that no matter what, whether it's a post, whether it's a comeback, whether it does not matter, he's going to go and get it. You need guys like that in the offense that has a guy like Jonathan Taylor, has guys like Tyler Warren at tight end coming up, and Michael Pittman Jr. still. They complement each other so well. They need that. So, Alex Pierce and Devin Lloyd. That's my choices. Gotta resign.
You took one of my guys, but Devin Lloyd. I was gonna say Devin Lloyd, but I'll get into that in a second. I agree with you on that one. But Mike, I'm gonna let you go, man. Who are some tag candidates for you?
Yeah, that was some good players though too, Coach. And that was something I was going to pick with Daniel Jones, but a really talented guy I think this team needs to keep is Trey Hendrickson. I think he transforms the Bengals defense with him on that roster. He makes them with 3 new head coaches coming in that division. It makes the Bengals with him. It makes the Bengals top 2, maybe top. With Ravens and Bengals right there, Joe Burrow comes back. They can take over. They can take over the AFC if they put their money. They put their money where their mouth is and need to pay that man or franchise. When you franchise tag them, pay that man. I know, right? They can be up there. Joe Burrow, I know they can go up there.
Listen, they got Joe, so they could. I ain't gonna say it. They could. They got Joe.
They got Joe. And another guy I was thinking of was the Eagles got him off a trade was Jalen Phillips. We have no pass rush. Yeah, no pass rush. And to solidify a guy that can to franchise tag him right now, to keep him on the books, Howie and his accounting team knows how to finagle for all those things. He knows how to get underneath the cap. He knows how to create cap money. He knows how to restructure contracts. I think having Jalen Phillips back on this team will be tremendous. Now, it's going to have to sacrifice a player or two, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later with the Eagles. But for right now, Jalen Phillips and Trey Hendrickson are my 2.
Got you. My number 1 was obviously Devin Lloyd from the Jaguars. I think like he had a breakout year. And I think it was me and you and Avery was talking about it one game when we were talking about awards. Devin Lloyd had 5-6 interceptions this year as a linebacker. On top of that, he had 90 plus tackles. On top of that, he had 5 or 6 sacks. The guy was insane this year, and as a off-ball linebacker, you get what I'm saying? So for me, I think he's the guy that you need to keep. If you can't figure out how to sign him, you have to bring him back. Now, my other guy, same team, so they're gonna have to make a decision. They can't sign one. It's gonna be either sign one, franchise tag the other one, or vice versa. But they can't have both of these guys go. And it will be Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne for them. He had a breakout year, and he helped this team. He finally stayed healthy. He made the Jaguars a better offense and better, well-rounded offense. And honestly, it's going to be cheaper to franchise tag a running back than a linebacker. So I think if they can't get Devin Lloyd would be my number 1 priority, re-signing. If you can't get Devin Lloyd, you might have to franchise tag Devin Lloyd and sign Travis Etienne. Or they can try to sign both. I think they got enough cap because I don't think Trevor Lawrence got his contract yet, right? Am I missing on that? Can't remember. Wait, he did. He did just get one. He did just get one. So their money might be a little tight, but I think like you have to decide on either one of those guys. If one of them gonna have to get franchise tag and sign the other one, I say sign Devin Lloyd, but keep Devin Lloyd no matter what. It's like training day, no matter what. you gotta not training day, draft day. Sorry, you have to keep this guy.
I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to be able to keep both. Whoever gets franchise tag is the one they're going to try to sign long term. They're not going to be able to split the money unless Devin Lloyd takes the deal. Travis Etienne, I'm sorry. He might have had one really great year, but he's shown too much promise over his career. Somebody's going to pay him, especially the way the running back market has been lately, where the top guys that can do everything is really starting to get the bigger bucks, the 10 to 15 to 12 million a year.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see somebody swooping in and getting them.
Yeah, but the issue is with the franchise tag, you have to stick with that team. Like you can't still kind of unless they plan on tag and trade, which honestly, if I want to throw a third name in there, no matter what, Jerry Jones would be stupid not to keep George Pickens. Stupid. Stupid.
Jerry is kind of, so it could happen.
But the Cowboys do that, though. They like to franchise tag their guys until, like, the training camp, late in training camp, and say, all right, I'm going to give you your deal.
Yeah.
They always do that. So I think he's going to get his money, but he's going to have to wait. Can he wait that long? We'll see. Well,
but the thing is, you can't sit there and be like, we're not going to franchise tag you also because it's going to be a free agent. He can do whatever he wants at that point. So you're really risking losing him, and he's the best receiver in the market right now. He's the best. Like, there's no question. He's the best wide receiver in the market. So you have to. He's gonna get top dollar. Whoever gets him, he's gonna get top dollar. So you gotta either be talking to him right now as we speak. Y'all better be talking to him right now. Or
would Dak redo his contract to allow for them to sign? That's the real question.
That is the real question, because honestly, I think Dak's trying to get a new contract.
If Dak gets a new contract, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with them.
Yep.
I mean, you gotta remember, he just became the franchise's most highest passer in the franchise. He just got that tag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna want. I mean, he's what, almost 3 years out his original deal, the second deal.
Yeah, listen, it's about that time for him, but I feel like this year is not the year to re-sign him.
I agree with you, but
this is the year they need to re-sign and get the weapons around him and see if he can actually get past that divisional round.
My question is, if you're up for a contract, why would you reconstruct your contract? Because if y'all don't know what, not you guys, but if you guys viewers are not aware of restructuring a contract, it's basically taking your front load and throwing it to the back. So like it's good for the player because if they get cut, they still get a big lump sum of that money on the back end of that, in a sense, and it helps the franchise because obviously cap and stuff like that, and cap goes up each year. That's why it's good for the franchise to do that. But then if they wind up cutting the player or getting rid of the player, it's harder because not enough money is going to be at the end of the contract. So good.
My thing is this again. If this is the case, what has Dak done, honestly? He's passed for a lot of yards in this league. There's a lot of guys that's passed for a lot of yards in this league. He has no MVPs. He has no real all-pros. He's a Pro Bowl quarterback at best, which is good, and it's great in this league to have a Pro Bowl quarterback, a guy that really can sling the ball at least, but he can't do it by himself. And we've seen that time in and time out with this league. You have to have a full team. And you have to have a quarterback that even if you don't have that full team, they can push you over that bridge to get you those couple extra wins. Dak hasn't been able to do that. I'm sorry. Especially since his rookie year. It just hasn't really happened. He had one outstanding year other than his rookie year, and I believe that was the year after he came back off of a major injury.
So I'm just going back to the main point here with George Pickens. What y'all giving him? What's his contract? What y'all paying my man? Is he being top dollar like
3 over 90?
Over 90?
3 over 90. I'm not going to give him a 5-year. 3 over 90. Let him hit the market. He still gets paid. You have it more concrete.
30 a year?
I'm trying. Listen, you tell me whether or not George Pickens is worth 30 a year. If he can, for the next 3 years in his prime years at that, he's going to average with him being a number 1A, 1B type of target, 10 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, 80 catches. I can see him easily doing those averages. You tell me you want to pay $30 million for a guy that can come in there and consistently do that as your number 1, whether it's double coverage, single coverage, or whatever.
Is it a number 1? Okay.
Yeah. Let's not even play. I'm sorry.
I personally agree with Darren and think he's a number 1 as well. CD has too many concentration drops for me. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, he can get open, but the concentration drops, like, and that's Mike. Let's just be real. They beat if he catch that ball. They beat us in that first game. He catch that ball. Let's be real. Yeah. So, my thing about it is, like we just said, like you still have to pay Dak again. You just pay CD Lamb. CD Lamb. You have Quinyon Williams not on your roster. You have Kenny Clark's not on your roster. And I'm sure, like, I think Overshawn is due for a contract. I think there's a couple of other. I think some of the offensive line men need contracts soon. It's gonna be hard to keep him without the franchise tag, in my opinion. And obviously, with the franchise tag, it makes it worse because it's a higher pay, like upfront pay. But you can't literally let him walk. But also, it's like you're thinking about wide receiver 1. They're gonna try to push back on that. I know they are because they got so many contracts that they're gonna have to pay. That's the whole reason why. Well, I'm not gonna say the whole reason why because we don't know what Jared was really thinking. But with the whole Michael Parsons situation, what they claim is the reason because his contract. Yeah, they got rid of him. They got a couple of players that they were able to trade in, bring in, and stuff like that. And it's still gonna have to bring people in. You know, they're gonna have to update. And Javonte Williams is actually a free agent as well. So it's like, who are you gonna pay? You can't pay everybody, and you can't pay them $5 if you want. So it's like
at this point, let him walk, and you need the franchise tag Overshawn because that will be your best defender. Yeah. Period. Quentin Williams is gonna be great for you, but him and Overshawn, that's gonna be a crazy combo. I'm sorry. I'm shouting that one out to Avery because he said it before on this, and I really got the chance to see him in that second game versus y'all. Dog. Straight dog.
I see him at the Senior Bowl. I was sick. I couldn't get that interview with him, but I was like, dude, he's a dude. And obviously he went to Cowboys, and I was like, I ain't got a little injured, so I ain't really get to see him. And then he started balling. I was like, oh man, come on. But yeah, definitely. But let's get to our next topic because it ties into franchise tags because we're talking about contracts and things like that and what players you need to get paid. But in order to pay some of those guys, you're gonna have to make some cuts. So we got some cut candidates for this 2026 offseason. And Mike, I'm gonna let you start off with this, man. Who needs to be cut? We have a couple of cuts already with Tyreek Hill, I believe. Who was the other one? There was another player that just got cut.
I think it was Tyreek Hill, and I just had.
It was another pretty significant name. Oh man,
It was a guard for the Browns today. Faney or Tanny. He was a guard. And he was an all-pro guard. So the Browns just cut him.
Give me.
Got you. But yeah.
But I got two names. I got two. First guy, I'm thinking he's just holding Cleveland hostage right now. You guys already know the guy's name and already would know Deshaun Watson. Yeah. He needs to get out of Cleveland. And I don't know what's going on with him, his rehab, but he's going to, I think, I give it an 80, 85% chance he may get cut.
They're going to owe him $23 million if they do so. Yeah.
What does he do? What does he do? What does he do?
$13 million to cut him, bro. And I hear you, but geez.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And I think another guy that may get cut too, and this team struggled with him, but I think they found their RB1 now. And I think James Conner from Arizona, I think he may get cut too. And his injury was the worst thing that happened to him because Trey Benson right now, Trey Benson was starting to go off. They have Demon Cardo. They had the other guy who fumbled on a 1 yard line, and he was balling out. He was doing good, but they had like a 3-headed monster before Benson came out. Before Benson got hurt, it was on the IR. So I think James Conner, his days in Arizona may be over, and who knows? Somebody may pick him up for the cheap. He's a good backup running back. Just gets hurt all the time. But like I said, James Conner and Deshaun Watson are my two. And I'm sorry to throw out a third guy, Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara. Don't get us started on this again.
Dang. Taking one of my candidates again, man.
Oh God.
Sorry, I'm thinking running backs. I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. Just no Kamara to the Chiefs no more. I can't hear it anymore. It scarred me the last time. Giving him, oh my God, no, don't give him away. Oh no.
Well, he won't. Well, I'll tell you this: he won't go to the Chiefs because I think the Chiefs are going to draft their number one running back. But
draft
Jeremiah Love.
They're in position to get him, man.
I can see it happening.
I said this before all the analysts started talking about. I'm like, dude, they're gonna get Jeremiah Love. Watch. Yeah. But we'll see. But why Kamara though?
I think with Kamara, his time in New Orleans is done. I think he did so much for the city, but I think getting a rookie quarterback, they want weapons. They want weapons around him. They got to start building Tyler Shaw, put on quotes with him, but they really, really want Archie Manning. So they can believe it or not. They want him and say they were going to build around him. He's our starting quarterback. But I think that the 2027 quarterback class is just going to be up here with Dante Moore and Archie Manning and all them. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say a couple of guys what I think probably are gonna be could be but might be shouldn't. First one is gonna be Devontae Adams. Because one, age 34. Two, if they cut him, they're gonna save $3 million. If they keep him, they're gonna owe him $60 million. So shit, save $3 million. Aging wide receiver. The $6 million is not terrible, but if you can save $3 million and then get a younger guy in there, and maybe get somebody that can, stay on the field a little bit because he was getting a little banged up throughout the season, I think he might be a guy. Minka Fitzpatrick. They gonna get $2 million if they got him. We'll see about that. He's getting up there in age. He's 30 years old. He's kind of slowing down a little bit. Also the ages on here. Not sure if that's for the 2026 season or current age, but still 30's getting up there in age. So, but one of the big ones I was gonna say was Alvin Kamara. Like for the same reason you said, save a little bit of money. They're gonna owe him some money, but they're gonna save a lot more if they cut him. And then he's 31 years old. That was one. And then I have another running back, Aaron Jones. He's $1 million this year. He's 32 years old. It's time. It's time. Yeah. It's about time. And they both on their last years on their deals, I believe. Let me see. Last year's on their deals. So I think those two are the biggest, cut candidates. Maybe a team that needs a backup can have them in the sparing kind of thing. But, with their age, with the contracts they have right now, they're more of complementary backs at this point, more than bell cow kind of guys that like they used to be. And we already know how it is with running backs, man. That life expectancy goes quick with them. All the hits, all the injuries. You ever seen Kamara in and out of the lineup? Like, I barely forgot he was playing for the Saints anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, it might be time just for, a new start. Kamara was this guy that just like, oh my God, I gotta see how he is. He's kind of like how Detroit's running back, blanking on his name right now. Kind of like how he is an explosive back. Now, he's in a sparing role himself. Miller's getting more snaps than him right now. So, Keandre Miller. So I would say, especially those older running backs that you see that got like a little bit larger contracts, they're the guys that you always kind of look at as candidates. Guys, got any rebuttal on that, or anybody else I want to just highlight or name real quick?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'm sorry. Let's start here. I got some receivers that need to go. Let's be real. Some receivers that really need to go.
I already know you're about to say. Go ahead.
You can't have a front office say, "Hey, yo, that's not our guy. We ain't draft him," and you think that he's gonna want to come back and play for y'all. I'm sorry, Keon Coleman, you got to go. I'm sorry. Hey, you got to go.
Yeah.
It is not for the fact that you have little separation in your routes recently. It's not that you are underwhelming for realistically a top second round receiver, which, hey, it happens. But you need a fresh start for you, because that's crazy. You can't go and play for that. That's not going to work. It's not going to ever be fully comfortable, and I don't know how y'all hash that out. You and Josh might be good, but you in that office is never going to work.
No.
Secondly, somebody that did not play one snap this year. Somebody that was healthy halfway through the year and said, nope, not playing. Someone that in multiple interviews with his teammates, they have said they don't know where he's at. They don't know why he's even on this team. And, oh, wait, he's actually on the team still? That's crazy. Brandon Ayuk, I don't know how you fleeced the 49ers like that, but you got to go. You got to go. I don't know how they're going to try to get out of this contract they just gave him. But, hey, it's time. You made a big fuss about not getting paid, and then paid and something whole else. I don't know who you became. I don't know what happened to you, but hey, you need a fresh start as well. It's about that time. All right. And
yeah, he's actually signed to 2028.
Yeah, like I said, he got to go. They got to cut him, trade him something.
Yeah.
I don't know how that they're gonna make that one happen. I don't. But the last one, then hear me out, y'all. This one might be a shocker on why I'm saying he needs to be actually cut or traded. Particularly, I think he needs to be traded. I don't think he needs to really go anywhere, but it will save the money on the cap. He's been injured of lately. It's great as he is. The Hall of Fame resume that he has already put out. They have two good receivers that's coming up that's still younger and can do just as much, if not, hopefully better. Yeah, Jerome, I think you know who I'm about to say. The man that started off a career with 12 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
He's gonna be a free agent though.
Listen, Mike Evans.
Yeah,
I think you need to get traded. I think you need to not go back to the Bucs.
he's a free agent though. That's the only thing.
That's the only person like other than to come like, hey, I think it's time. It's you have nothing else to prove there in Tampa. You got a ring there. You've been an All-Pro there. You've been a Pro Bowler there. You've been everything under the sun other than an Offensive Player of the Year. Into what you can do.
You know what's funny?
Missed 1,000 yards.
You know what's funny?
Every year.
He got injured this year and came back and looked pretty good still. I think he got a little bit in the tank. He might not be that number one guy anymore. I think he got a little bit in the tank. I think he could go to another team.
There's at least 20 teams right now that can use a Mike Evans for 50% of the snaps. All you got to do, hey.
You kind of named one already. The Bills.
Look, right there.
Patriots.
Yeah. Hey, I do got one rebuttal for you, though, real quick, Jerome. Why would they cut Devontae Adams over $3 million? Did he not just lead the league in touchdown receptions?
Yes, you're right. Yes. But you got to look at age and injuries.
I get that, but hey, put him in the reserve.
Games did he miss this year?
Put him as that third receiver, not the number two. Put him as that third receiver. You're paying him $6 million a year to be your third receiver, and he's going to come in and easily get you 700-800 yards and at least close to 10 touchdowns.
Well, the issue is you got the MVP quarterback who needs to get re-signed. 1, you got Puka Nacua who needs to get re-signed. 2, you got Kyron Williams who need to get signed. 3, you got guys that contracts are starting to come up. That's why you need to start.
Kyron Williams is going to get about $11 million a year. Puka, they're going to have to franchise tag. Period. They're not going to be able to sign Puka from the get-go.
The safety Cameron Curls. He's a free agent. He's nice. Yeah. I like him. He's good. Yeah,
you got some like all that young team thing they started with. Contra's starting to get close now. Like Puka's about to be in his 4th year now, and he wasn't the issue with Puka. He wasn't a 1st round pick. He was a 5th round pick. So he can't get no option or you know what I mean. Like he's getting bottom line. Like he's getting way less. Yes.
He's getting tagged.
He should be asking for a contract this year because he's eligible. He should be asking for a contract this year. He's definitely eligible. So you got to think about that too. You know what I mean? Like, especially if Matthew Stafford do decide to actually stay, which I'm like 85% sure he will. Like, you got some contracts that you got to kind of attend to. You know what I mean? Then the next wave, which is going to be, the Jared versus the Fists. Those guys are going to be eligible next year. So you got to start kind of thinking about that. That's why I said that.
True.
Devontae Adams is definitely trying to get a history of injuries lately, too, this last couple of years. So
listen, I get it from that perspective. It's just, as a whole, I think you kind of need to have a guy like him. Because no matter how great you got with Puka and things like that, you're going to always need a veteran. And not only a veteran, but a veteran that knows how to win, knows how to get open in this league, and already has a great connection with your MVP quarterback and Offensive Player of the Year candidate every single year he's playing.
Oh, and by the way, when I said $3 million, I said that they were going to save $3 million if they cut him.
Yeah.
They're going to owe him $24 million.
My point exactly. What's the point of trying to That $3 million ain't worth it.
No, it's worth it if you don't have to pay the $24 million. So if they cut him, they're gonna save $3 million. But if they keep him, they're gonna owe him 24.
Man,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I get what you're saying though. I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But all right, man. Obviously, with the cuts, there's definitely trades, and there's been a lot of rumors lately. A lot of rumors with the trades. So let's get right to it. I'm gonna start with you, Darren. Trade base. Who's some guys that could be traded to another team this offseason? And I think we just talked about one. But go ahead.
We did. But I'm gonna say one that we've been talking about probably for umpteen years at this point. Somebody that's been loyal to an organization, but I think he is finally officially understands it's time. Max Crosby is going to be traded this offseason to a contender, and whoever he goes to will go to that championship game this year. Period. Whoever picks up Max Crosby this year, do not care the team. They, as long as they are a contender, are making it to a championship game, whether it be AFC or NFC. I'm hoping it's the AFC. Ravens, listen up. But again, just saying, they need to trade that man. I cannot watch a great player like that be devoured by just terrible coaching, terrible ownership. I can't continue to watch it. He got to go, and he got to go somewhere else. Got to. The only other person I will say, and this is another one that would more so help this team because they do have a bunch of holes, but it will hurt them as he is their best player at this position. And honestly, the second best player probably won their entire team. I think Denzel Ward needs to be traded. I think Denzel Ward will give you a hell of a lot of picks, a hell of a lot of options on filling holes in that offense and that defense that they have in Cleveland. And realistically, Myles Garrett is Myles Garrett. He's not going in. Who else do you have that can honestly get you back what you need? What else do they have? They're not going to give their rookie linebacker who they just had a crazy, amazing season with. They're going to give up a guy that if they cut him or trade him, they're going to save anywhere from, I think it's $12 million to $20 million. Hey, you're going to get a haul. Denzel Ward is hands down one of the top 10 corners in this league, period. I argue with your mom, y'all, but top 10 corner. It is what it is. I ain't going to say top 3 or top 5. There is some that's better, but you ain't going to find many. And in this league, if you can get a top 10 corner right now, you go get him. Especially if you're one, maybe 2 pieces away. You go get a guy like that. So, just
I like it. What about you, Mike?
I got 2, and they're going to go to the same teams. And what I'm gonna do is, when I trade those 2, I'm gonna see the perfect fit for the next team. So the 2 guys that I'm thinking about is one, Minkah Fitzpatrick. I don't think they cut him. I think they trade him, which means, and I think he'll fit in perfectly with Philadelphia. I think with him, he'll fit in as a free safety there. They already got Andrew Makuba in Philly. So with that, I think they give up a second round or a second and a fifth for Minkah. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is a good one for them because they don't have to pay Reed Blankenship. They can let him walk. And that'll just be perfect. And this is getting a little hot take, but I think that they need to trade him and start this rebuild. They should do everything in their power to trade Jalen Waddle, Miami. And if you trade Waddle, that will save up so much cap. That will save up so much money. And the perfect team to land him, I would trade Waddle, and I would trade my pick to the Giants. I would trade my pick to the Giants, and they've been wanting to trade for him. Bills should be wanting to trade for him. You can get a first-round pick for Jalen Waddle. They've been wanting that. So if I'm Miami, I would try to tank as much as I can. And this is the rebuild. The rebuild can start with Jalen Waddle going to the Giants for their first-round pick.
So they trading Minka, they trading Waddle, and I'm guessing trading Tua as well, right?
I think they cut him. I think they cut him.
Straight
I
cut,
don't
huh?
think they cut him.
Yeah, he's
They're
a
gonna
quarterback,
rebuild.
man. He's a quarterback, man. You could get value out of him. You cannot.
You can
just-
give. I'd rather just say trading because at the end of the day, if you just cut him, the
Mhm.
cap hit alone you're going to take for the next few years is going to be insane, especially after he just signed that new contract.
Yeah.
They're going to sign good old Malik Willis.
See, I love to hear it. I would love to see it, but put Malik Willis in a situation where he can actually, have a O-line to help protect him and at least two good weapons.
Hey,
But you want to trade away everything.
Malik's mama already said that she wants him at a warm state. We tried to with his mom at the Senior Bowl the year that he was there. She's like, I want my baby to go to a warm state. One of them was Atlanta. She just said she wanted him to Atlanta. But yeah, she was like, I want my baby at a warm state. So yeah, I can see it.
Hey, Malik Willis, Bijan, Kyle Pitts. I'm not even gonna lie, that don't sound too bad for him. That don't sound too bad.
Move over, Penix. Let me stop. Let me not accept Avery. All right. So my trade candidates, right? I think there's a couple of guys that can be definitely, but I think my biggest one is. Hold on, let me get to it. Well, not my biggest one, but the one I would love to see, obviously, is DJ Moore getting traded somewhere because they do not utilize him as a true wide receiver. They use him as a gadget receiver over there and with the Bears. And I understand they got some nice little young piece of working with Roma Duze is obviously their number one guy, obviously. They got, Luther Burthen that really started coming along at the end of the year, and I really was high on him getting drafted. With DJ Moore, you only really use him as a gadget guy or like a blocker now, which is very funny because he's small. He's not a big receiver. So if you can trade somebody like that who's probably kind of getting pushed down to like wide receiver 3 at this point, and get some value out of him right now before it gets too late and his age starts going higher, I think DJ Moore would be a great guy to kind of move. And I think the Bills would like somebody like that. A guy that can get in and out of breaks real fast and reliable hands. He does have a little bit of like injury situation going on right there. So obviously you will maybe want to pair him up with somebody in the draft. But he's a guy that will take some coverages off of somebody for you. And he's a really good number 2 wide receiver. I think right now the Bills are just looking for anybody at this point. You bring him in. I think Shakir, like he'll be a good addition with him. And then maybe you get a bigger wide receiver in a draft or maybe in free agency. I think you can do something like that with DJ Moore. But I think right now the Bears should think, hey, we got this guy. We're not really utilizing him to his max ability. Let's just see if we can get some capital for him, And I'm sure there's going to be teams calling for him. He was looking pretty good last year, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Obviously, the offense changed when the head coach came in. So things change, and he didn't get. I don't feel like he was utilized much. And this one actually surprised me that you guys did not mention this guy because I think whenever he leaves, I think Malik might come in. And the person I'm talking about is Kyler Murray. Like, how you guys did not mention Kyler Murray? Like, Kyler Murray going to the Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets.
Are we wasting our time talking about Kyler Murray that needed to be cut 3 years ago at this point?
I agree. But look, it's
Yeah.
time for a new season for him, man. And I think the Jets are in a position where they need a quarterback, but they have too many holes to only just address the quarterback position with the first round pick. You know what I'm saying? I think if you bring in a Kyler Murray, he could be a bridge quarterback for 1 or 2 years. You can kind of hang in there, maybe get a couple of more wins that they had this year. Build on that defense since you have a defensive-minded coach who, again, historically bad defense, a team that didn't have any turnovers. Like how that happened? You had, or was it no picks? Either one. Either way, that's insane. The entire year, no picks. That's insane. So you're gonna want to rebuild that defense with a defensive mind head coach. There's not a good draft class for quarterbacks. It's not a good free agency year for quarterbacks either. So why not trade a guy, see what you have for a year or two, let him, play, and welcome in somebody next year, and still have Kyler Murray to be that bridge guy. I think that'd be a good situation for them.
I got one question though, Ron.
Yes.
Why continue to prolong something that you know has not worked out? He had so many opportunities with Arizona to the point where in his contract they said, "Yo, we need you to study. Like, we're going to put in your contract, you actually have to look at plays and practice and study film at home away from the facility. You can't be a starting quarterback in the NFL and not do that. That's crazy."
There's one thing that I've been taught about NFL head coaches and teams. They think they're the smartest guys in the room. And these guys, especially, they think they can bring in anybody and fix people. And it's been shown that some coaches can do that. But if you're in a position that the Jets are in right now, right? Who else is going to play for them at quarterback? There's nobody in the first round outside of Mendoza who's worth that pick. Maybe Ty Simpson, maybe. Like, you're not using a first round pick on a quarterback this year. Let's just say it.
They had the guy. They had Oregon guy, but he said no to the Jets.
Yeah. So you talking about DJ Moore?
Dante Moore, yeah, Dante Moore. Yeah, he
Yeah.
said no. He said I'm getting more NIL money than what I'm going to get in my rookie deal with the Jets. That's crazy.
Why would I go?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would I go?
Like, why wait till next year? Try to get Dante Moore again next year, I guess. Like, just get somebody in the building, get the fans a little bit more excited. About you can't go in there with, who's the quarterback this year? Tyrod Taylor. It was.
The fact that we have to really think about this is crazy.
I can't remember who the quarterback was. I know they had a couple of starters. Who was Jets quarterback? That's crazy. I really don't remember.
Justin Fields.
Brady Cook was playing at one point, and Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, I had it right. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor mostly played most of the year, I believe. So, I just put in Jets quarterback and they said Kyler Murray or Malik Willis will start next year. That's crazy. But I think that would be a good trade for them to get a guy in there, get something new in at the best position in the football. You know what I mean? If anything, have that man just start running around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a good quarterback, but he's not like backup terrible. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, get somebody in there, get some assignment. Maybe you can draft the number 1 wide receiver. You know what I mean? And they also have what's his name? I forgot his name. Ohio State guy, Willis. They got him as well. So pair him up with somebody else. Wilson, sorry. Pair him up with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the Cardinals would be stupid not to try to trade him. So
One day, when would you trade him? Before the draft or at the draft?
before the draft, so you can get those draft picks. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you wanna get some compensation for him this year for sure. Because if you're moving on from him, you have to bring somebody in, and it will be like a Malik Willis or maybe even draft somebody. But yeah, because it makes sense for the Cardinals to try to get somebody in the draft, because then you'll have extra picks where you can move around and try to get the guy that you want or think is good. You get what I'm saying? Instead of sitting there waiting and hoping maybe a Ty Simpson's there or Nussmeier, whoever you think is the next best quarterback. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's my opinion. So
Okay.
what y'all guys think? What y'all guys think?
I I'll rock with you on this one, Jerome, because
All right, I convince you. Bet.
yeah, like this is sad. Even though like I know it's gonna be a sad thing, but like something gotta give. So I mean, why not? You gotta try something.
You gotta try
And
something.
if they're not, I mean, it's gonna suck again, and we're gonna be back here next year trying to figure out.
I mean, the likelihood right now with that roster, the likelihood right now is they're gonna be back in the same position next year. Like,
Yeah.
I
agree with you.
I hate to see it for their coach, because I think he's a good. Glenn is definitely a good coach. I think, but
yeah,
it's not.
I feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He a really good coach
too.
He a good
hey,
coach.
Darren, did you see that graphic I sent earlier with the AI?
Bruh, I'm sick of this.
Hey, Mike. So I found this thing. I forgot what company or whatever. They did an AI chat GPT early prediction of the Super Bowl next year. You want to know who the two teams that was in the Super Bowl next year?
Jaguars and what? Bengals?
Ooh, you way off.
Oh yeah, super way off.
Cowboys and the Jets. The Cowboys and the Jets, who we're talking about right now, about getting a quarterback. Like, they don't have a quarterback at this point. The Cowboys,
Is the world going to end? Is the world
and
ending?
the Jets won it all. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me pray on that one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Listen. Ash Wednesday is still today. We got to get a lot of prayer going on because that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Speaking of crazy takes, we're gonna end this off with some hot takes. Next year's hot takes, and guys, I just want to let you guys know that I had a hot take last week that I think would bring this team to maybe not Super Bowl, but playoff and deep playoff run. I said, if there is a chance that the Philadelphia Eagles do depart from my boy A.J. Brown, they would trade him to the Carolina Panthers, and they would be Super Bowl contenders. That was my hot take last week.
Who be the contenders? The Panthers or the Eagles?
Yeah. The Panthers. That's my hot take. Listen. Hey, you can't hate on my hot take. It's a hot take.
Listen,
so,
you know what? It's hot.
It's a hot take. So I want to know, for 2026 season, a hot take you guys would take to the bank and be like, hey, let me invest a little in this little hot take for next year and see what I can get. Very, very low hanging suggestions. I'm gonna start with you, Mike. What would be your hot take for 2026?
Braxton's going to like this one though too. I think Lamar returns back to MVP form. That's my hot take, and he wins MVP.
It's not hot enough. Lukewarm, bro. That's lukewarm.
That's not no. I guess Lamar returns to form, and I'll see Baltimore versus Eagles in the Super Bowl.
I like it. That should have been this year. Man.
That's my boy. Yeah, it should have been this year, but hey,
It should have been this
my
year.
boy. See, I know, man. This is why Ak is out here, man. My boy.
Because I think they get a receiver. I think they get a receiver at trade deadline. And I think Eagles is just they have their offense, they're gonna have their defense, and Vic Fangio is gonna be the Vic Fangio year. We're gonna do everything. I think it's gonna be Baltimore versus Philly.
Ooh. Bird game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
I like
It's a
that.
good one.
Darren, what you got, man?
Well, I was going to give my regular hot take, right, of Lamar for MVP every year. It's always going to be Lamar for MVP every year for me, right? But as Ak said it, right, as I'm thinking, I got a slight change to it. Lamar's going to get MVP, but Lamar is going to get MVP because of this reason and this reason alone. The Ravens give up their first-round draft pick, next year's first-round draft pick, and a second-round draft pick next year.
Ooh.
And we go get Max Crosby. And that becomes the true difference, not just the receiver. I think that pass rush is what really is going to make the difference. You give up those 3 picks there alone. You save your second round, third round, and your fourth and everything this year. And you go all in. This is the year. That's what I think the hot take for at least Lamar and my Ravens. Now, my actual hot take, y'all. And this one actually, Avery will love it. Bijan Robinson is going to be the first MVP since Adrian Peterson to win after he rushes for over 2,200 yards next season. And not only is he going to rush for 2,200 yards, he's also going to have 800 yards receiving, which is going to put him as the first running back in NFL history to have 3,000 total yards in a season, either rushing or receiving. I'm not even going to say how many studies he's going to get. Because at that point, it don't matter.
I need to share your thought. I need to share your thought.
Listen, if we getting 3,000, then 20 is the minimum. 20 got to be the minimum.
20 total touchdowns?
20 got to be the minimum total touchdowns. Hey, listen,
he
man.
got the ball now.
That team is going to run through Bijan. If they really want to play and they really want to get anything done in Atlanta, that team needs to run through Bijan. Throw it up to Pitts on good play action. Throw it up to Drake London on good play action. And let that defense go to work. But for the Falcons to do anything, that needs to run through Bijan. And good God, we've seen what Saquon can do when he had good stuff. What can Bijan do? So hey, that's the hot take right there for y'all. That's the hot take.
Okay. So Stefanski's gonna really get it out of him, huh?
Stefanski had Nick Chubb as a consistent back, who's not he's not the fastest, but he consistently gave us 13, 14, 1,500 yards. Bijan Robinson is better than Nick Chubb, period.
Okay.
He's just as strong as him, faster than him, and way more elusive than him.
Talk your talk.
Yeah. I like Bijan. Sorry, y'all.
Air it out.
He airing it out. Bro. He airing it out.
Just saying.
Just saying. Man, man, you're gonna air it out, man. I was gonna do it first today, man. I just hope that when Bijan hit those records, they show so many of those sky cams. That sky cam looked crazy when he juking people out and spinning off of them with that sky. Dude, please give us more sky cam.
2026 when Bijan hits over 2,000 next year, y'all. Just know I'm putting this in the chat. I'm gonna hit a Jerome. I got receipts, y'all.
I got receipts. Yeah, bring on your own receipts, bro. Because I'll be right with you. Like, yeah. I like Bijan though. So that was gonna do it for us today, guys. We appreciate y'all getting on with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button by hitting that QR code right there. Also, under Braxton, right next to Mike, right there. Make sure you scan that, go on our YouTube channel, and subscribe to us. Make sure you know when we go on live for our podcast. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday as much as possible. So make sure you stay locked in because we're going to have a lot of more information and topics to give you guys throughout the off season. Because I know it's going to be hard. It's hard for me not to have some football, but bro, stay locked in with us, man. We're gonna help. We're gonna cry together. We're a shoulder. We're your shoulders.
We got some time.
Yeah,
yes,
we do.
Man. We got. I don't even want to talk about it. How many Sundays we got. Oh God. Ugh. It's over. It's over. What? It's over like 18.
It's over 20.
It's over 20. Oh God.
I don't even want to think about it.
Woo! But hey, man, let us be your therapy. Let us be your football therapy. Right here at the Air It Out podcast, man. So that's gonna do it for us today, guys. I'm Jerome Jones. That's Darren Braxton right there. My boy Mike, thank you for coming on, Mike. We do appreciate you. Hope to see you a lot more of your face, especially this off season. But that's gonna do it for us today, guys. And again, not gonna do the Avery thing. Not gonna do the Avery thing.
Thank you. We're not patting
We're
the
not gonna do
ball.
the Avery thing.
I'm not
But
trying to hear it.
what we will do is talk about
the Eagles. No, we're not talking about the Eagles.
what's up with that daggone Super Bowl, bro. That Super Bowl was not good, bro. That was a terrible Super Bowl. Hey, I'm sorry. Dude,
it was fine as long as
terrible,
Witherspoon was
man.
knocking out
Like,
the ball.
I
That's
predicted
all
the
you
whole
needed
game,
to hear.
bro. It was boring.
That's it. Once you see Witherspoon get that knockout, that means it was
It was
chilling.
very boring.
Got a little
I
thick
didn't like
here,
it.
doing love did his thing.
Hey,
Maury
at
did
least
his
the halftime
thing.
show was good. Dang.
Listen, what?